Before the arena lights shine, before the crowds fill the stands, it begins with a dream. A kid who watches, a coach who believes, a player who inspires.
Adoni playing with Adoni's to profiler.
A practice becomes a passion, a player becomes an inspiration, and a fan begins to dream. Rides can wait, meetings can wait, because moments like these don't.
Yes! Woo!
Basketball isn't just played inside an arena. It lives on dusty courts, in crowded streets, in homes gathered around the screen. It's in every neighborhood, bringing strangers together, turning quiet moments into unforgettable ones. Every game, every story, every fan, across nations, only on Okapi.
Go baby.
Before the arena lights shine, before the crowds fill the stands, it begins with a dream. A kid who watches, a coach who believes, a player who inspires.
Adonis playing with Adonis to profiler. Adonis.
A practice becomes a passion, a player becomes an inspiration, and a fan begins to dream. Rides can wait, meetings can wait, because moments like these don't.
Woo!
Basketball isn't just played inside an arena. It lives on dusty courts, in crowded streets, in homes gathered around the screen. It's in every neighborhood, bringing strangers together, turning quiet moments into unforgettable ones. Every game, every story, every fan, across nations, only on Okapi. Before the arena lights shine, before the crowds fill the stands, it begins with a dream. A kid who watches, a coach who believes, a player who inspires.
Adonis playing with Adonis to profiler. Adonis.
A practice becomes a passion, a player becomes an inspiration, and a fan begins to dream. Rides can wait, meetings can wait, because moments like these don't.
Woo!
Basketball isn't just played inside an arena. It lives on dusty courts, in crowded streets, in homes gathered around the screen. It's in every neighborhood, bringing strangers together, turning quiet moments into unforgettable ones. Every game, every story, every fan, across nations, only on Okapi. Before the arena lights shine, before the crowds fill the stands, it begins with a dream. A kid who watches, a coach who believes, a player who inspires.
Adonis playing with Adonis to profiler. Adonis.
A practice becomes a passion, a player becomes an inspiration, and a fan begins to dream. Rides can wait, meetings can wait, because moments like these don't.
Woo!
Basketball isn't just played inside an arena. It lives on dusty courts, in crowded streets, in homes gathered around the screen. It's in every neighborhood, bringing strangers together, turning quiet moments into unforgettable ones. Every game, every story, every fan, across nations, only on Okapi. Before the arena lights shine, before the crowds fill the stands, it begins with a dream. A kid who watches, A coach who believes.
A player who inspires.
Theodoni playing with Adonis to profiler. Adonis!
A practice becomes a passion. A player becomes an inspiration. And a fan begins to dream. Rides can wait. Meetings
Can wait.
because moments like these don't.
Woo!
Basketball isn't just played inside an arena. It lives on dusty courts, in crowded streets, in homes gathered around the screen. It's in every neighborhood, bringing strangers together, turning quiet moments into unforgettable ones. Every game, every story, every fan, across nations, only on Okapi.
Go baby, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're live here at BK Arena, Remera Kigali, and it's Game 3 of the finals. I mean, it's been a shocking series to watch, to say the least. Patriots now trailing down 2-0. I mean, how believable is that, Christine?
I mean, it depends on who you ask, right? On one hand, we've been talking about this from the beginning. APR are the defending champions of RBL. They're looking to retain their title. They have a lot of experience. And Patriots, they've done a really good job, had a great season, fought until the end and made sure they got into the finals. But again, we've talked about this a lot. They're a young team. This has been a great experience for them. But APR is a tough team. They're champions for a reason. So, yeah, they'll keep on fighting until the end. But, APR seems to be going in for that sweep.
Absolutely right. And my name is Chachaboke. I'm going to be with you here in the commentary box today. I'm joined by the ever beautiful Christine.
This is going to be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Right now, we want to see what the Patriots are going to be bringing here for Game 3. I mean, it's been a really tough series for them. I mean, they started with a big loss in Game 1, where it wasn't even a question about how much they were behind APR in terms of quality. But then in Game 2, we thought they had a chance. I mean, even at one point, Patriots had the lead. But then again, just the overwhelming offensive prowess of APR just coming through and absolutely overtaking them in the latter part of the game. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to watch here what these two teams are going to bring here today. And right there on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, is that man, Craig Randall. I mean, he's been special. He had 40 the first game. I mean, he was the man of the match. And the second game, again, man of the match. He had 18. And clearly, he's going to be the finals MVP here, no doubt. If APR is able to secure this win against the Patriots. If we get a clean win here in Game 3, I mean, we're in the face of a sweep, Christine. I mean, as tough as it is to say.
I agree. And, looking at the stats from the previous games, APR has definitely been more efficient. And as Arnold said, when they're within that 40 to 50% shooting range, they generally tend to win. And that's what we've seen. They've had 45% from their field goals, while Patriots have made 41. Of the 2 points that Patriots attempted, from the 53, they only got 24, which was more, but not enough because, again, APR keeps on punishing them when it comes to those 3 points, right? And that's where they really have an advantage. They have so many efficient 3-point shooters. And I think that's where we've seen Patriots struggle a little bit. And, if you double team Randall, you're giving somebody else an opportunity. And we keep on noticing how it's very hard because, 15 of 33, that's almost half of every 3-point that's being shot is being made from the APR side, but only 8 of 25 of Patriots.
So it's more 3 points and more efficiency from the 3-point line.
Exactly. But Patriots have dominated the paint. Shout out to Garbachenko for that. There's 40 points from paint that Patriots got to 36 for APR. APR, shout out to Nori Habimana, have done 20 assists, while Patriots have managed to make 11. A lot of points on the turnover, 18 for APR, 10 for Patriots. And the bench, surprisingly, has been doing almost equal for both. Patriots leading just marginally with 24, while APR have gotten 23.
That's absolutely right. And I mean, it almost seems like the finals was in the semis here because, I mean, look at the gap between these two teams. I mean, here in the finals, there's just been a clear mismatch of offensive prowess, especially with the APR side. And, APR has just had, an incredible run when it comes to the offensive side. I mean, they're dominating the paint if you look at the rebounds. But again, they're also dominating the 3-point line. I mean, they just have 3-point shooters from all over the place. And this man right here just making a big difference in the last 2 games. In the last game, he had 12 points. He had 15 rebounds. This guy had more rebounds than points. And then in terms of assists, he had 2. Field goals, he's 6 and 11 from the field, which is a really big, which is a really good, percentage to be shooting from the field. And last game, during the press conference, I asked Coach James Mai, what role does he think that APR's new signings during the playoff signings, Craig Randall and Diane Mohamedou, have made? And he said they played the biggest role. I mean, look at the difference between these two teams in the regular season and now in the playoffs. And this man, Craig Randall, is one of those two playoff signings, and he had 18 points last game. He had 2 rebounds, He had 6 assists, and he's 7 and 25 from the field. So this man goes from 15 and 25 from the field to 7 and 25. So I mean, that's the criticism on his game. But regardless, he's still going to get points.
No, absolutely. And I think Craig Randall has been such an interesting addition to the Rondon basketball scene this year, right? I mean, if you had watched him before they went for BAL, you would have questioned a little bit because of that inconsistency, right? Like, he will attempt on average around the same number of shots, but he doesn't always convert them. But even then, when he's having a bad game, he still shows up and makes a difference. I mean, if you talk about, yes, he was the main top scorer for APR in the last game, but that wasn't his best game, right? We talked about the fact that he made 40 points in the first game. He's on track to being MVP of this series. He does show up and make sure like he contributes, whether his 3 points are landing or not. And I agree with Coach James. He has made a difference in this series because APR versus Patriots in the regular season, they were much closer than they are right now within this finals. But Garbachinka,
I mean, wow. I mean, this guy, I mean, if I'm any management, if I'm any president, if I'm any basketball operations lead in any team, I'm looking for Garbachinka. Why? This guy had 26 points last game. He had 15 rebounds. This is double-double. And then he had 4 blocks, and he could get more blocks if he wanted, if he got more minutes. And from the field, this guy is 12 and 20. I mean, he's been what we thought DeMario Franklin was going to be in terms of contribution to the scoring board. And I mean, if DeMario Franklin showed up this particular series, I mean, don't you think this would be a much tighter series?
I agree, and I think, DeMario Franklin, in the beginning of the playoffs, we were seeing kind of the things that we'd been seeing in the regular season. He was showing up, he was putting in those double digits, but towards the middle and the end of the semis, he started waning off, and it seems like he hasn't been able to come back quite as quickly as I think everybody would hope so, because if you look at how tight the previous game was, if he had contributed in the way that he'd been contributing in the regular season, Patriots might have had a chance.
Right.
Assuming, of course, Coach James May hadn't adjusted. Because one thing we have to give APR in this series, in this final specifically, is Coach James May is being very good at adapting to whatever Patriots is doing. Patriots put on a great performance in Game 2, but clearly their good wasn't good enough because James May just kept on switching it up. And that's the advantage that APR has, right? They have a deep bench. They have multiple players that they can rotate in and out. Patriots doesn't have that luxury. You have key players. I mean, shout out to Obadiah Noel, who has been showing up a little bit more in the last couple of games compared to the beginning of the playoffs. But yeah, I mean, Garbachinka, consistent, man. He has been consistent the regular season, consistent in the playoffs. Nothing new. If you'd watched him last season when he was playing with Orion, I believe, also had been an amazing player. I think his work ethic is amazing, and coupled with the person that he'd been on the team with last season as well, Jeffrey Stubbs.
Right.
Amazing player.
I mean, Jeffrey Stubbs is, he had 23 points last game, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 7 and 17 from the field. I mean, Jeffrey Stubbs, I mean, the criticism on Jeffrey is that sometimes he comes in switched on to be a playmaker, and he forgets to put up the points. But sometimes he comes in, putting up the points, but then again forgets to play make. So, I mean, it's going to be a really huge, key factor here in this game, whether Jeffrey's going to be able to switch from, scoring a lot of points early on, and then maybe if APR switch to aggressively defending him, then going back into that playmaking ability that we know him for. So, I mean, he's been a huge part of the Patriots here. And, I mean, to see him switch from Game 1, where he was playmaking, to points in Game 2, and then seeing how that affected his team again, I mean, it's going to be incredible to see what he's going to be able to do here and how flexible he's going to be between those two roles that he's been playing. But I mean, Jeffrey Stubbs is not a, points first. He's not a shoot first kind of player, but we saw that from him in Game 2.
And that's what APR needs, right? Especially in this time where DeMario Franklin, who we thought would play a bigger role in this playoffs, isn't being as efficient. The statistic that continues to blow my mind is that in this final series, DeMario has attempted 9 3-points and made none.
Wow, yeah, that speaks to how it is.
Right, and I think he's been having better games, right? But not from the perimeter in the way that he's used to. We expect a lot more from him, and I think that also affects the way that he's playing, right? When his shots are not landing the way that he expects them to, APR are taking advantage of every possession. They're putting pressure. Of course, like even in the semifinals, Reg had kind of tried to figure out. Shizarungu, I think, did something to DeMario
Absolutely.
in the semifinals, and DeMario hasn't quite recovered yet. But we'll see how this game goes. Again, we've been talking about this a lot. a big part of the way that playoffs work is you need to be resilient, right? You need to be able to continue resetting and come fighting just as hard in every play because every play matters. You're not done until the final whistle is called.
That's correct. And, James May is going to be bringing this particular gentleman on the court here at BK Arena Cheetah Energy RBL playoffs. Prince Toy is going to be at the 2. 3 is Alvini Childre. Robbins William is number 6, and Adonis Fowler number 7. 12 is Craig Randall II. Don Nori Habimana is at number 15. Axel Mpoya. 21-24 is Marquise Tiafala Leonard Jr. Uitonzi Justad, the assassin, is number 30. Diani Muhammadu, the big man, 31. Nizaid Izoni Gaston is number 34. And it's going to be Osborne Shima. Closing it off at 55. I mean, I can't talk enough about how big of a role Axel and Norde's performances have played in this in the playoff series, and just galvanizing how well APR have played. I mean, if you look at the regular season and how they showed up, and you look at how big of a difference there's been in terms of their performances in the playoffs. I mean, that's been the big difference maker here between them and the other teams, because they've been coming with 15 points. Axel's been coming with 17 points. Last game he had double-digit points as well. And this is what Sani Munyenda Mutsa is going to be bringing to the court. It's going to be Bruno Shima at number 0. Badano Wells at number 2. Nabaria Franklin at 3. Emmanuel Ishimwe KD, number 7. Garbachinka is number 10. And 13 is Hubert Sarge. Jeffrey Stubbs is at 14. Olivia Camillini, the team captain, is at 15. Richard Bizimungu, the collector, is at number 23, and Didier Shem at 24. Harvey Odali Rakoze is 34. And 55 is Elias Ngoga. And that's going to be the lineup here for Sani Munyenda Mutse. And as I was saying, I mean, Christine, what do you think the role of Mnores and Axel's performance in this playoffs have been? And Gaston, not to forget.
I mean, yeah, I think the playoffs have been such a fantastic platform for some of these players who hadn't had the best of regular seasons. I mean, Gaston, we know that he is a very capable player. We haven't seen him get as many minutes in the regular season. It's been great to see him come on a little bit more in the playoffs, and he's made a difference whenever he's been on the floor. But Nore, I don't think we can understate how impactful Nore has been in terms of changing the way that APR was playing. When we look in the semifinals, right, in that first game, I think Jackson had made more assists than the entire APR team. And then Nore almost like woke up from game 2 and then it just started feeding the ball more. And APR is a very, very tricky team to play against when they have their set plays going, when they're not playing like just individual, very reactive basketball. When it's flowing and everybody is going according to the play, they're quite efficient and effective. And a lot of credit goes to Nore Habimana for doing that. So it's been great to watch him kind of really step up and make sure that he helps the team flow the way that it needs to. But I would actually say there's a couple of other players that have been having like a fantastic playoffs, including Adonis Filer.
Absolutely right. And this man Adonis Filer, I mean, they counted him out. They said he's old. They said a lot of things about Adonis Filer. But this man has shown that he's not going anywhere anytime soon. I mean, he's giving us that Lewis Hamilton energy. I mean, just even when you think that he's out and the injury affected him too much, I mean, look at the performances this guy has been playing, has been giving us here in the playoffs. I mean, pretty much every game, contributing 17, being the second most largest scorer behind Craig Randall in most of the games. I mean, this guy is special. This guy is special, and he can attack from any part of the field. I mean, you can't say that he can't go in and attack the board. You can't say that he can't pick up rebound. He's a phenomenal free throw shooter. I mean, he shoots the free throw like nobody else we've seen. I mean, and even from the three-point line, he's been phenomenal as well. So this man Adonis Filer, I mean, there's a lot to talk about when it comes to this particular guy.
I agree, and I think, it's what I'm most curious about and what I'd love for him to actually explain is what happened between the regular season and this playoffs, because he'd been there, right? It's not like he just came back from his injury for these playoffs. And there was something that hadn't clicked when he was playing in the regular season that somehow has come into place when he's now playing in these playoffs. You can see he's more confident, he's attacking more, he's being more aggressive. Whereas before, and I guess, confidence also is like that ripple effect, right? Once it starts going, it just keeps on building, and you see how he's been taking on more with every minute that he's getting. So I mean, fantastic. Good for him. It's been nice to see Mpoyo, Nore, Adonis, all of the players really stepping up and having a better playoffs than I would argue they had in the regular season.
Absolutely, and if you look at Adonis, I mean, when you're on a team with a lot of superstars, with a lot of great players, I mean, you have to find your own light. You have to find your own confidence. You can't wait for that, reassurance and that the coach trusts you. Even if you're coming off the bench, you really have to come and put up those performances. And I think that's the light that he's found in this particular playoffs. Just believing in himself with Nore Habimana here, picking it up and starting it off for APR. Tiafale Leonard Jr. Nore and Tiafale have this thing where they always start games like that. I mean, even in the BAL, if you watch, they have very good chemistry, these two guys. Very good chemistry.
I think APR is they're trying to start very aggressively, instill fear in the other team. That's the strategy.
That's absolutely right. And that's Irakoze Verdala, the baseline, who gets the three to go. I mean, he's just not been able to convert from the three-point line at this particular playoff series, Irakoze Verdala. But that right there might just be the key to them being able to keep up in this game. Irakoze Verdala converting from the three. Irakoze Verdala going up and in. Okay. I mean, wow. Patriots starting off hot here. 5-2. The score with 9 minutes only on the clock in this first. I mean, the Patriots just don't give up, do they?
No.
You would think that in the third game, after losing two first games, you're going to come with less energy. But starting off here strong, and that right there is Craig Randall being blocked by his brother in arms, the points leader in the RBL. The points leader in the BAL gets blocked by Damaria Franklin. There's going to be APR basketball possession. Axel Mpoyo. Ball to Craig Randall. Craig Randall driving it in, kicking it out to Mohamedou. Mohamedou giving it to Tiafale deep. And it's a shot there by Tiafale Leonard Jr. I mean, this guy has been finding his range from deep. This guy, I mean, is he learning something from Craig Randall?
I think he has been, and it's been consistent, right? He might not always be going for those threes, but when he does make them, they're always quite entertaining to watch.
That's right. And that right there is Busy Mungo Richard. I mean, he's also played a really big part. And getting promoted to the starting five during the playoffs, I mean, shows what this guy's been able to deliver in terms of the playoffs. He's been reliable with collecting rebounds. He's been very reliable as well with collecting rebounds defensively as well. So, I mean, it's great to see this guy and this player development from this guy, Busy Mungo Richard. Nore Habimana can't convert there from the perimeter. Jeffrey Stubbs here, starting off the game almost as a playmaker here, seeing him on some plays, going for it, seeing him on some plays, creating for other players. That right there is a foul on Damaria Franklin. No, that right there is Damaria Franklin stepping out.
So we didn't get a chance to really talk about the Patriots team, right? Because we're talking about all the people who've kind of been contributing to APR. But I think Patriots have been a very interesting team to watch this entire season and also in these playoffs. As much as they haven't won any game in the finals so far, it's been amazing to see just how much the individual players have developed. And, whether that's Bizimungu, Hervé Hodal, or some of the other players, it's, they are a team to watch regardless of the outcome of this playoff series.
That right there is Hervé Hodal again attempting it from the perimeter. And you're right. I mean, there's been a lot of players here on the Patriots who have really, really shown some gusto. And that right there is Craig Randall just staying sturdy in the air. I mean, this guy's sturdiness when he goes up to the rim is just incredible. Damaria Franklin there, unable to convert. And it's going to be a Patriots basketball possession.
A lot of discipline in today's game. This is going to be the first team foul given to APR 3 minutes after we started.
Absolutely, and it goes to show the professionalism of this people just learning from all the mistakes in the previous game. Mid-range jumper there by Garbachenko and able to get it caught. I mean, that right there bounced off the hands of Busy Mungo Richard. Tiafale Leonard Jr. unable to convert, and the pressure there being chased down by Damaria Franklin, just caving in, and it's going to be a turnover here by APR.
Patriots defense is very fascinating today. Did you see when Garbachenko refused to give Mohamedou any space under the basket?
Absolutely. I mean, Garbachenko has been dominating the APR big man with no doubt. That's been one very interesting matchup to watch there. Garbachenko kicking it out, getting back to Jeffrey Stubbs. Jeffrey Stubbs attacking the paint, going up for the floater and gets it. I mean, Jeffrey Stubbs showing us that he's a very efficient scorer as well. I mean, just apart from sharing the ball, this man has been able to really be, efficient on the scoring end. And that right there is Nori Habimana again. Nori Habimana unable to convert from the three. It's rare to see Nori Habimana miss two 3-point shots in a row, especially in this playoff series. Garbachenko changing direction, going up, but unfortunately bounces out. It's going to be an APR basketball possession here.
Yeah, Nuri Habimana is one of those players that kind of needs to warm up when it comes to the 3-point line. I mean, his layups are generally pretty good, but that 3-point line has to get into the rhythm before they start landing. A lot of pressure on Randall today.
Absolutely. I mean, the Patriots defense are just saying, hey, there's nowhere you're going. And he, in true fashion, he's only gotten 2 points so far on the board.
Yeah, I mean, they've been working really hard. I think game 2 was so fascinating, right? Game 1, they lost by 20-plus points. A foul by Patriots. And game 2, they brought that deficit down to just 7. I think, they're looking to maximize what worked for them last game, really keep pressure and not allow APR to get into any sort of rhythm. Make sure Craig Randall also doesn't find space. You can see they're putting so much pressure and being very physical with him.
I mean, it makes sense to do that, right? Because Craig Randall had 40 points in the first game, and then in the second game, they were able to get him down to 18 points. So if they can continue to defend Craig Randall, then that's going to be a pretty big mark in terms of the scoring. Because, I mean, if you look at the difference, last time it was almost a 20-point difference in terms of scoring. Craig had 40. But in game 2, he had 18. And the scoreline came much down. So it means how well you're able to defend this man from getting those high points is going to be a really big factor in how well this comes out. And that's going to be Jeffrey Stubbs there. TFL Leonard scrapping for the ball. Nori Habimana goes for the 3-ball. And right there, finding his rhythm, this man, Nori Habimana, finding his rhythm from the 3-point line, getting APR to 10. Irakoze Verdal, Faith from the 3-point line. And it's going to be an APR ball possession there. Only a 1-point lead here for APR. We've already gone down almost 5 minutes in this quarter. I mean, a tight game so far. Patriots are really taking up the mantle with defending Craig, defending the APR 3 balls. And that right there is Axel. You cannot let Axel shoot alone. Once he finds his rhythm, that's going to be it. He's just been getting double-digit points every single game. Busy Mungo Richard going up for the layup and gets blocked by Mohamedou Diane. Mohamedou Diane, they're taking the role of rim protector. This man has been phenomenal with those blocks on the defensive side.
And that's important, right? Patriots did better than APR in the paint last game, even though APR did significantly better in game 1. If they're not careful, Patriots, I mean, the paint is theirs to dominate. Because Patriots is a better team defensively than APR is.
That's correct. Garbachenko here from the inbound ball. Tries to drive on Mohamedou. Gets the ball out to Damaria. Damaria double team by the Crash Bros there. As Garbachenko goes up and lays it in, and it's going to be Garbachenko there who gets a chance for 2 at the line. I mean, it's been impossible here for the APR big men to defend Garbachenko. I mean, this guy's just been having his way the entire playoff series.
I mean, on one hand, you have to think about it, right? They have to be very smart. They don't want to foul out. Mohamedou has had a couple of games where he got into foul trouble very early and they'd have to pull him out. They have to be smart about how they guard Garbachenko. He's a threat both defensively and offensively. Unlike Mohamedou, who had more rebounds than points, Garbachenko had he did a double-double and had more points than he did rebounds. So, yeah, you have to be smart with Garbachenko.
That's correct. And it's going to be Adonis Jovanfila here checking in. I mean, one of the playoff favorites to watch here with Garbachenko missing the 2nd point there on the free throw line with only 4 minutes 50 left. Ball with Axel Mpoyer at the top of the key. Bouncing it around, APR looking for plays and just not finding any space from this Patriots defense. Osborne gets the ball to Axel. I mean, wow. Such great movement here from Selly, just finding space even inside the D. I mean, he's just known for going for that top left perimeter shot or that baseline perimeter shot, but he's just been able to find his way here. That right there is Garbachenko who gets the ball out. misses and gets his own rebound, cleans up to himself. Hubert Sarge Kazera just trying to drive it down the middle. Kicks it out to Olivier Camilini. Olivier Camilini sets up and cannot get that 3 ball to land. Again, only 4 minutes on the clock with APR, taking a slight lead here of 12. Tiafale Leonard Jr. there. Jeffrey Stubbs attacking down the middle. And it's going to be a Patriots basketball possession here off the hands of Axel.
So you can definitely see that there's been a change in the strategy for Patriots, right? Damari has been on the court from the beginning of this game, but he hasn't gotten on the scoreboard just yet. He seems to be a little bit frustrated with the ball not coming to him, but if we look at his performance in the last couple of games, I guess, you know, everybody's considering the pros and cons of it going to him and trying to drive and really put in those 2 points as needed.
That's right, and it's back to the perimeter here by Garbachenko looking for Hubert Sarge. Hubert Sarge with only 6 seconds on the clock to take action. Jeffrey Stubbs comes down the middle, spin move. Goes up, fakes it, goes up, floater, and just bounces off the rim. Unlucky with Obadiah Noel getting the ball. Obadiah Noel last game with a very, very good performance here. Obadiah skipped for Garbachenko, driving down the middle. Garbachenko! I mean, this guy is just, I mean, a show. This guy is a show. He's an incredible big man to watch with how well he's able to score. With Craig Randall there getting fouled and going to the line for 2 points. I mean, frustration is the name of the game here. That's what Patriots basketball want to do to Craig Randall here. Try and frustrate as much as possible. No love lost there between Hubert Sarge and Craig Randall. I mean, these guys have just been at it. Hubert Sarge has been the preferred man for Munyanda Musasani in terms of trying to get to slow down Craig Randall.
And I think Hubert Sarge has really shown everyone why he's such a great player. I think it's great that Sonny has been giving him the time, and, you know, he's putting in the work. Every time he's on the floor, he definitely changes the tempo of the game. He puts pressure on Craig, and, you know, it shows. Craig does make seem a little bit more contested than he generally is.
That's right, and that's, you know, Obadiah Noel there looking for space. Skip pass to Jeffrey. Jeffrey gets the ball to Hubert. Hubert step back. Oh, and Hubert Sarge gets it off the board. I mean, what a play there from the Patriots. I mean, just finding their rhythm with getting the ball to their preferred shooters. And I mean, this is what the playoffs is about. Craig Randall off the mark there on the long 40-yard Hail Mary there. 2 minutes and 30 on the clock with Patriots having a slight lead here. Adonis Filer just so fast, this man, going for that 3 ball. And it's an unlucky bounce off the rim and out, with Tiafale Leonard saving it and giving it to the hands of Jeffrey Stubbs. What good positioning there by the Patriots. Kick out to Obadiah Noel. Obadiah off the, you know, rim and out. And I mean, look at Adonis Fowler and the speed in which he was able to steal that ball. I mean, this man is going to give us a lot more years here in terms of what APR, and that right there is just miscommunication from the Patriots. Osborne Chima taking advantage of that and getting his first 2 points on the board. It's Jeffrey Stubbs and Adonis Fowler matchup here. Ball to Garbachenko at the middle. Garbachenko backing up. Osborne going up, and it's going to be off the rim and out there for Garbachenko. I mean, Garbachenko, these guys are just not able to touch Garbachenko, and when they go for him, it's a foul. I mean, James Meyer has to find a solution for this man if he's going to be able to, just towards the Patriots' efforts to get into their paint.
I don't think this is when he's going to find that solution. I think Garbachenko, without any argument, is the best big man in the league this season. No team has actually managed to manage him.
Absolutely. He's just been getting his way. Last game, he had 23 points by himself. And that right there, he's also been efficient on the free throw line. I mean, this guy is really a player to watch here in this game. With 16-16 the score, with only 1 minute 39 on the clock. There's Warren Shima there cleaning it up. After that miss by Garbachenko at the free throw line. Long ball from Adonis Fowler to Tiafale Leonard Jr. Tiafale driving it, going up and in. I mean, this guy is just able to make all those difficult drives. I mean, so many times you see him going up on those kind of shots and absolutely getting it correct. I mean, Tiafale Leonard Jr. just so sturdy in the air. Shema Didier. Ball back to Hubert Saj. Hubert Saj fakes. Drives it. Goes back to Garbachenko. Garbachenko looking for space down the middle. Mid-range jumper there by Garba. Ball with Obadiah Noel. Obadiah Noel shot from the 3-ball. Shema Didier getting it and cleaning it up. I mean, great rebounding here by the Patriots on that offensive side and just ability to be able to get it going that side. And it's 18-18 the score with us in this game 3 already in the second. TFL Leonard Jr. coming up. Going for the step back shot, and they cannot get it to go. It's going to be 2 at the line there for TFL Leonard Jr. I mean, if you look at the scoreboard here, it's clear to see that it's 18-18 right now. A lot of great distribution in terms of scoring from both teams. Just being able to, make sure that they're getting all the players involved. And if you get all the players involved, then you're going to get a lot of great scoring boards, and you're going to be able to score a lot of points, or at least match the other team's scoring. I mean, last game, I asked Munyanda Mutusani what he thinks is the issue. And one of the issues he said is, that dependency on only a few players to get points on the board. But it seems like today everybody's getting involved.
Yeah, no, it's really making a difference for the team. The point distribution and the play distribution, everyone is working hard to make sure that they're contributing, regardless of whether they just came on, like Shema Didier, who made that great rebound, or where they started. It's really nice to watch how they're fighting, right? Yes,
Absolutely.
we're in game 3, they're down 2, but they're still fighting.
Absolutely. And, kudos to the Patriots here for trying to give us a show. I mean, a lot of teams would have given up by game 2, but look at how these guys are fighting, and look at how even the scoring board here is, and it shows that playoff spirit of, as the games keep going by, it seems like the teams get to know each other more, and the coaches just have solutions for the other team's strategies as it going forward. I mean, there was just no solution for James May's offense in the first game, and then second game there was pretty much an even Steven battle, but at the end, Patriots gave it up in the fourth quarter. And then, looking at this game now, Patriots going into the end of the first period in the lead by 2 points.
We still have 23 seconds to go. But yeah, no, they've definitely done a fantastic job in this first quarter. If they can continue playing like this, right, and this is where the other differentiator between these two teams is, right, is the impact of the bench, right? Can you actually give your star players rest so that they can continue performing at their optimal and give you the results that you want?
William Robbins just checking in and showing up. It's going to be 21-20, the score here. And that's going to be the wrap, a wrap here with William Robbins closing it off there. I mean, this guy is just, from that baseline position, it's ridiculous to see how well William Robbins is able to shoot the ball on that baseline perimeter shot. And he checks into the game here, immediately gets 3 points on the board. And that just goes to show the prowess of this guy when it comes to shooting. And and if you look at APR and how they're constructed, I mean, everybody can shoot. I mean, the only person I've not seen shooting from the perimeter is Mohamedou Diani. Even Osborne Shima, a center, can shoot on APR.
Osborne actually is a great three-point shooter when he really gets going. There's nothing. You're right. They really are a shooting team, right? And that's a strength, but sometimes that ends up being their disadvantage as well. It depends on the team that they're playing. Right now, they are overwhelming, or they have been overwhelming Patriots, especially from that three-point line. You're right. Someone will just come in and make those 3 points, whether that's Robbins and Pollo every time he's left alone. Terrible decision by whoever is defending him. You have too many players. In fact, I was actually looking at their roster earlier, and there's very few players who don't play in the APR team. Right now, I think the only people I haven't seen play is Alvin, who I'm not sure. I feel like I've seen him in the regular season, but not in the playoffs at all. Prince Toi as well. I've seen him in the regular season, not really in the playoffs as well. But everyone else has come in, contributed at least 3 points, since 3 points seem to be their specialty.
Absolutely.
In some game at some point. And that's their advantage. They can really come switch it up. Look at James May, master adapter. I will give him kudos for that.
Absolutely right. And I mean, this These two coaches here just showing their prowess as coaches as well. And I mean, kudos to Munyanda Mutusani as well for
Absolutely.
being able to adapt to James May's, tyranny on the offensive side. And it's good to see, a 7-game series between these two coaches and just seeing how they're able to come at each other. And I think as the games mature, you can see even the players becoming more relaxed because they know each other well. They know each other's spots. It's almost like they're training together for a 7-game series. So far, 2-0. And this is the start of the second period, with lob pass there to Garbachinka. Garbachinka faking it to Axel Point. And he goes up and just cannot get it to land. It's going to be Hubert Sarge. Hubert Sarge getting the ball back to Stubbs. Obadiah Noel looking for Garbachinka at the post. Garbachinka just going for the mid-range jumper there, but it's long and cannot able to get it. Adonis Filer picking up a rebound there. Gets the ball to William Robbins. William Robbins. I mean, so sharp from that three-point range. I mean, and this is the gap between these two teams. That three-point shot just landing so often and so effectively for APR is just so, and that right there is Hubert Sarge, because they're also responding on the other side of the court, making it a 2-point difference now. Hubert Sarge on Adonis Filer. Hubert Sarge. Ball with Craig Randall. Craig. Long ball. Cannot get it. Picks up his own rebound. Kicks it out to Mpoyo. Mpoyo again. Unable to get it as well. It's going to be Bruno Shima. Ball to Jeffrey Stubbs. Long ball to Obadiah. Obadiah almost loses it. Obadiah shoots it. And it's going to be money by Obadiah Noel. I mean, this guy, if you look at the last two games, he's sort of been finding his rhythm. And I think, it took a while for the chemistry with the Patriots to gel. But right now, it seems like he's really finding his rhythm from that long perimeter shot and finding an answer to respond to some of those perimeter shots by APR. Craig Randall driving on Garba. Goes up and cannot get it to go. Axel turning, going for the hook shot, but just, again, unfortunate for Mpoyo. Kicks it back out to Noel. Noel to Garba. Garba spins on Robbins. Goes up. Hubert Sarge 3-ball. Hubert Sarge, unfortunate from the three-point line. And it's going to be a call here by the referees on a pushing foul by William Robbins there. And it's going to be a Patriots basketball possession with 25 and 24 on the board. Only 8 minutes left. I mean, so evenly matched is what we're seeing here between these two teams. Just exchanging blows on the different side. APR Lions and Patriots here. I mean, just nothing to separate them with only 1 point between them now. Inbound ball here. Looking for Bruno Shima, looking for Obadiah Noel on the perimeter. Long ball to Ngoga. Ngoga gets the ball to Stubbs at the top. Stubbs. It's going to be a foot off Adonis Filer. And Patriots basketball possession maintained. Jeffrey Stubbs, ball to Ngoga. Ngoga ball to Obadiah Noel. Obadiah Noel going up. And in for Obadiah Noel. I mean, what a role. Obadiah Noel showing up plays. I mean, look at the scoreboard now, 28 and 24. I mean, this guy has really shown up this past couple minutes with those two big three-point shots. Ball to Mpoyo at the perimeter. Mpoyo not finding space, getting the ball to Robbins. Skips Obadiah Noel. Robbins sinks it. I mean, this guy is 3 for 3 from the perimeter now. I mean, 100% shooting from William Robbins. Just so efficient and so clinical. Jeffrey Stubbs gets the ball there to Ngoga, Jeffrey Stubbs, Mohamedou. Skip pass off the hands of Robbins, and it's going to be a Patriots basketball possession. Substitution in the offing here for APR basketball with Nori Habimana coming in, checking in for Craig Randall II. And it's going to be Obadiah Noel here. Screen there. Turnover by Obadiah Noel. It's going to be an APR basketball possession here.
Obadiah Noel. I mean, it's so fascinating. We started the playoff series asking more of him, right? And we've definitely seen a glimpse. I wouldn't say this is the prime Mutawazi that we know, but it's been really fascinating to see him kind of lock in and play a part in keeping Patriots in the game.
That's right. And, off the mark there from the three-point line by Nore. Jeffrey Stubbs going for the 3 ball. But again, off the back rim and out there for Jeffrey Stubbs. Adonis Fowler driving down the middle, going up. I mean, if you watch Adonis Fowler attacking the rim, it almost seems like he's singing a song. It's so smooth how he attacks the rim. I mean, it's so entertaining to watch Adonis Fowler attacking the rim because it's almost like he knows where the players are going to be and just uses the rhythm. Ball with Bruno Shima. Long 3 ball there off the mark. Bruno Shima there coming off cold from the perimeter. Drive by Axel Mpoyo. Mpoyo not able to find his rhythm from 3 here early on with 6 minutes on the clock. Obadiah Noel. There's a lot of players on the top of the perimeter here for APR. Bruno Shima, again, off the mark. Hubert Sarge fakes Nore, steps back. Ball to Obadiah, looks for a screen from William Robert. Obadiah, long ball. And it's going to be foul on Obadiah as he goes for the three shot on the line. I mean, and you can see how him being able to get those 2 threes has changed the psychology of the APR players, because in previous games, APR, when they saw Obadiah Noel shooting, they were contesting it softly. Now, William Robbins is actually going aggressive when it comes to contesting Obadiah Noel's shots.
And it makes sense, though, because Obadiah, when he was shooting in the last few games, not these last few, but in the beginning of the playoff series, there was a hesitation to it that made it seem like, you know what, you don't need to put too much pressure. It's like he's not sure he's going to make the shot. But now he's become a threat, right? Like if you don't pay close attention to him, he'll easily get into double digits. And that will become a problem for APR. So I'm not surprised that they're paying more attention, making sure that they're defending him a little bit better. The tape seems to have come off, and yeah, he's found his step a bit, even though he just missed both his free throws.
That's right, and you can see him fighting through this injury, both physically and psychologically, within this playoffs. But I mean, it's good to see the development in the past couple games as he goes for his last free throw here. Again, off the mark, Goga gets the ball here, backing up Mohamedou. Goga faking Mohamedou. Going up and just cannot get it to go. Just the height on that man, Mohamedou, there, just, becoming a big hindrance for even a man 6'8", 6'7", Goga. Not able to convert that in the D. And that's going to be TFL Leonard Jr. Nice dish pass there to Mpoyo. Mpoyo looking for Habimana at the perimeter. Habimana, no space, steps back. Bruno Shima. And it's going to be TFL Leonard Jr. there saving it. And Adonis Fowler relaxes the ball. He's got 10 seconds on the clock to make something happen. And it's going to be Adonis Fowler there attacking again, going with that left hand up. And just so smooth by Adonis Fowler. I mean, woo. There's definitely something different about Adonis Fowler. I mean, if you just watch him now and watch the regular season, you can see it. It's as clear as day that this guy has absolutely found his rhythm, found that strength, attacking the paint. But also, if you leave him alone, he'll shoot one on you.
Absolutely. There's no hesitation in the plays that he's making, and his spatial awareness is really, really amazing to watch, because you'll see, he's paying attention to where everyone is, deciding what kind of play he's going to go for. And if he finds the space, he's going to punish you for giving him that space.
That's correct, and it's going to be a substitution here for APR basketball with Craig Randall coming in for Axel Mpoyo. And 32-28 here is a score. 4 points, the biggest lead that's been in the game so far here for APR. Starting to find that scoring rhythm with Hubert Sarge getting the ball at the perimeter. Hubert Sarge just so smooth from the three-point line, reducing that lead now back to 1 point. I mean, Hubert Sarge has played a really big role in this playoffs, given that he's a young player, but still just has been able to be so strong in terms of the offensive points that he's been able to put up. Onoi Habimana, 3 ball and lands for Nore from that baseline spot, putting these guys back to 35-31. The score here, 4-point difference with 4 minutes on the clock. Hubert Sarge. Baseline jumper, just unfortunate for Hubert Sarge there. And it's going to be Irakoze Verodal there who gets the ball stolen there by TFL Leonard Jr. and Craig Randall. Craig Randall attacking the paint, kicks it out to baseline. Adonis Fowler. Adonis Fowler unable to find that range from the arc there. Jeffrey Stubbs goes for the 3 ball, and it lands for Jeffrey Stubbs. I mean, there's a big role that Patriots finding their range from the arc is playing in keeping this game a close game. Because, I mean, anytime you see, and that right there is Jeffrey Stubbs who steals the ball from Nore. And it's a layup there by Jeffrey Stubbs. I mean, the way he put his body between him and Nora, I mean, just shows experience. I mean, if it was another player, they'd shake. You know, they'd be scared. But Jeffrey Stubbs just putting the ball in his left hand, trusting his left hand, and putting the body between him and Nori Habimana, making it a 36-35 game here with James May calling the timeout.
I think this timeout is very necessary. You know, APR is struggling to find their rhythm. Yes, they were leading, right? But they haven't been able to create a gap large enough to make them feel comfortable. Patriots are fighting. It's fascinating. If you look at the top scorers from the last couple of games, right now, we don't have anyone in double digits across both teams. So the points are coming from everyone. And that's good, right? Normally we talk about Patriots as a dependency on a few players. But Stubbs is actually not... Is he? No, he's not the top scorer right now.
He has 7 points.
Right, and he just got the 2 and 3. Yeah, just now. So you can see that everyone is pulling up their socks and saying, you know, we have to contribute if we have a chance to win this game.
Right.
It's going to need to be a team effort. I mean, it is a team sport, but not everyone contributes at the same level. But today, everybody has stepped up, and this is going to be a very interesting game to continue watching. Patriots currently lead with 1. The teams have done a fantastic job not getting into foul trouble. Patriots sit with 1 team foul. APR have 2. None of the players are anywhere near foul trouble. They're doing a good job.
Absolutely right. And I mean, again, you know, just not to repeat myself, but I mean, if you look at the playoffs, I mean, this is the spirit of the playoffs. The first game can be a shocker for either team, depending on how good the strategy of the opposing coach is. And then the second game is more of, you know, we've gotten to know each other. So what can I do as a coach to try and thwart the other coach's efforts? But again, if you see game 3 is now the epitomization of we've known each other. We've tried out the strategies. Let's play basketball. And that's what you're seeing here with the Patriots just having a slight edge, but really nothing to separate these two teams. The 2 best teams in the league currently. Mohamedou Diane, perimeter. I mean, I was waiting to see Mohamedou Diane going for the 3 ball there. Jeffrey Stubbs picking it up again with Craig Randall off the mark. Bruno Shima. And it's money for Bruno from the perimeter. Finding some range here, that guy Bruno Shima. I mean, it seems like Coach Sonny is telling his boys, look, we can't just keep attacking the paint. We also have to get some 3 balls if we're going to compete. And that seems to be his response here on this particular game with only 2 minutes and 59 on the clock. Craig Randall from deep. Can't get it to go. It's going to be Nori Habimana.
APR possession.
APR basketball possession with only 2 minutes and 54 on the clock. I mean, 39-35 is a very interesting score here to see. I mean, everybody who counted the Patriots out, they're showing that, you know, maybe they can find a response here for APR. Mohamedou Diane at the top of the key there. Ball to Tiafale, a nice pass. Quick out to Craig Randall. I mean, if you leave Craig Randall alone at 30 yards, he's going to get it. He's going to get it in right now, just pushing himself to 7 points. Ball to Garbachinka. Garbachinka backing up Diane and goes up and just bullying Diane with that hook shot. Getting that 41-38 on the scoreboard. That's Craig there, looking for space from Hubert. Fumbles the ball, almost loses it. Skip pass to Axel. And it's going to be a travel violation by Craig Randall. 2 minutes and 17 on the clock with only a 3-point lead here for Patriots. What an interesting game this has been to watch so far. Every single person on every single team who has stepped on, just, I mean, making a mark on the scoreboard. Even Bruno Shima, Yokoze Verdal with that perimeter shot. Jeffrey Stubbs coming through, get the ball to Bruno Shima again. Bruno Shima unable to get it, drives in, and it's a block there by Mohamedou Diane on Bruno. Jeffrey Stubbs going for the mid-range, going up. And it's unable to get it. And, you know, Garbachinka, they're fighting for that rebound. But it's not on the mark. Nori Habimana giving it to Mohamedou Diane, who goes up and tries to dunk it, but just cannot get it on top of the Patriots basketball offense. And it's going to be Bruno Shima there attacking the paint and getting that easy two on the opposing side. I mean, this guy is playing a big role here in terms of scoring. Bruno Shima getting himself quietly to 5 points here at 43-38, the score now. Craig turning on Hubert Saj. And it's going to be a foul on Craig there with the 2-ball counting. And Craig is going to go to the line for a chance for one more. And Craig is a phenomenal free throw shooter. This might just be the chance for him to make this a 2-point game with only 1 minute 30 on the clock right now. The score is 40-43.
I don't know how many people thought that Patriots would lead and how many times they would lead in this game, especially considering many people have already decided that this is going to be a sweep in APR's favor. I mean, we're still in the first half of the game, right? There's a second half still to be played. He missed his free throw.
I mean, Craig, commentators' curse are working there in terms of making Craig miss that free throw. Jeffrey Stubbs kicking it out to Irakoze. Irakoze down, unable to hold on to the ball there as he was trying to drive. Getting some stick there from Nana Mutsasani, but also some motivation in terms of how well they're performing in this first part of the game. Patriots just, edging APR here by only 3 points with 1 minute and 16 on the clock. And that man Nori Habimana coming in hot on the offensive side. Craig Randall just cannot get any breathing room from this man, Hubert Sarge Kazera. Hubert Sarge not giving Craig any space. And that right there is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pass. I mean, what a masterclass of a pass from Craig Randall there to Nore stealing the ball there. And that right there is Garbachinka. Blocking the ball from TF Leonard Jr. getting it.
I mean, Garbachinka stopped the play, but he's not happy right now.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not happy. Only a 1-point difference here now in this game before the halftime break with only 40 seconds on the clock. Hands, the hands holding the ball here is Craig Randall the second and bounces it off the rim and out. And it's going to be Empoyo Axel who walks out with the ball there. It's going to be a Patriots basketball possession.
It is fascinating to see how some of these players play against each other. When they stole the ball from Bruno, all I could think about was these people know him from when he was playing with APR, right? So there is a familiarity aspect. I know this player is going to try and go and do this, and here's a moment I can take advantage of. And, all of those small differences are going to play a part in how these teams perform.
Right, and that right there is Jeffrey Stubbs just mishandling the ball and losing it, and almost a loss there again by Craig Randall going from the 3-ball shot, and it's gonna be money by Craig Randall from deep, getting it to go and closing off, almost closing off here the second period of the game with only 8.7 seconds on the clock. Making it a 45-43 game. Patriots, now trailing by 2 points with that Craig Randall dagger, and right now Craig Randall sitting at a very, very healthy double-digit points. The first of the game, 12, is what he's got.
It's very commendable, right? He's the first player on both teams to get into double digits, but it has not been an easy road. Those points have been hard-earned by Craig Randall. Patriots have been putting so much pressure on him. And, good for them. It's very important that they contain him. Otherwise, they don't want a repeat of his 40 points from game one.
Absolutely right. And, when he gets those 40 points, there's no other player on the Patriots who currently is matching that kind of efficiency on the scoring side, and that just makes it very difficult for the Patriots to be able to match them, because their main scorer, the main man who was supposed to be getting them those kind of points, those 12 points, those 15 points, is Demario Franklin. But we've just not seen him this entire playoffs whatsoever. He's not even on the scoreboard yet.
Yeah, again, we need to talk to Patrick and Shizurungu and what did he do to Maria.
I will be interviewing him after the playoffs are
over. No, but this has been a very, very fascinating game 3. We have 12 seconds to go in this last quarter of the first half. It's not done until it's done, right? If you think about the journey to the playoffs, APR were very dominant in their semifinal series. Even though they lost their first game, they then went on to win game 2, game 3. Tigers obviously forced them to play all the way to game 5, but they definitely were a little bit more comfortable than Patriots. Patriots are what Tigers were, right? Where they were trailing and then had to make a comeback. So again, you can't count them out until the last game, but they have quite a uphill battle against this APR team.
Right, Hubert Sarge from the baseline. Hubert Sarge is money from the baseline. What a shooter this guy has become. So dependable. And right now, Do you know how interesting this is?
Yeah.
Hubert Sarge Quizera and Craig Randall matchup. Hubert Sarge 11, Craig 12. The only two double-digit players so far in the game. Wow. The potential on this guy.
Potential, and he's very young, right? So love seeing how he's been performing. I don't know if there's most improved player stats, but I would argue that he definitely has to be on that list. I think he didn't get enough time before this season. Shout out to Coach Sunny for giving him the opportunity and allowing him to shine, right? We'd seen him play on those 3-on-3 tournaments, but we hadn't really seen him in the club tournaments playing at the same level. But this season, I mean, he's really given Coach Sunny other options, right? Not just given all the pressure or kept the burden on Stubbs. Or Demaria, who, as we said, he's not even on the scoreboard right now. But Hubert Sarge Quizera, great job. Great player to watch, not just in this series, but also in upcoming seasons.
That's correct. And, Christine, let me ask you a question. What do you think Monyana Mutsasani is telling his players in the locker room right now?
It's working.
It's working.
Trust the plan.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Patriots are currently leading 46-45. Yes, that gap is not a big gap, but this is a place that's better than where they've been in the last couple of games, right? They're clearly working really hard to keep APR under pressure. APR is struggling. Yes, they might be making the shots, but I think we're seeing a repeat of game 2 in the sense of the stats. Like, yes, they might be making the same volume, but the shots are not landing. If we talk about Craig Randall specifically, right? In the terms of the number of shots he took between game 1 and game 2, the stats were actually not too far. The difference was how many of the shots that he made, right? And if you have a Hubert Sarge Quizera that continues to put him under pressure, yes, he will keep on making, he'll start creating more assists, right? Which is what happened when he can't take the shot himself. And so shout out to Randall for also making sure that, if he can't make it, he'll help the team to make it. But that's a great job by Patriots in containing him.
Absolutely right. And, if I'm James May in the APR locker room, I'm tensing. I'm tensing. And I'm telling my players, hey, man, this can't be how we're showing up. And we have to just get that rhythm in terms of getting the pace higher, because it means it seems like the Patriots have slowed down the game a lot. And it seems like time is just not moving from the APR side. They're not able to get that rhythm. Those fast plays that they were going for are not just able to convert. Patriots are setting defense on the defensive side quicker. Garbachinka is there to stop those lobs from Nore to Tiafale, from Nore to Mohamedou. And it seems like there's just something not working when it comes to the APR offense. This is not their true potential. And I'm pretty sure that James May is going to be having a word with his players on how they can show up in the second half of this game.
Absolutely. And I think Coach Sunny, I mean, yes, he's gone into the second half leading by 1, but he needs to make sure, we know APR is going to come back on the offensive, right? And they're going to try to rain down threes. And Coach Sunny is going to need to have a response for that. Make sure you don't give them space. Do not have these 3-point players standing by themselves. And yes, you need to keep pressure on your key players, but make sure you're also as spatially aware as Adonis Filer and don't give them any opportunity.
Absolutely right. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on that first half of this game. It's been me and Christine. We're going to be joining you again in a couple minutes for the second half of this game. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Before the arena lights shine, before the crowds fill the stands.
It begins with a dream. A kid who watches, a coach who believes.
A player who inspires.
Theodore playing with Adonis to profiler. Adonis!
A practice becomes a passion, a player becomes an inspiration, and a fan begins to dream. Rides can wait, meetings
Can wait.
because moments like these
Don't.
Woo!
Basketball isn't just played inside an arena. It lives on dusty courts, in crowded streets, in homes gathered around the screen. It's in every neighborhood, bringing strangers together, turning quiet moments into unforgettable ones. Every game, every story, every fan, across nations, only on Okapi.
Go baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half of this game. It's game 3 here in the Cheetah Energy RBL playoffs, and it's going to be Patriots basketball coming back from that halftime leading just by one single point against 45 for APR. And we want you to also come and watch this game's live here at the Big Carry. That's why Okapi is going to be giving away 2 courtside tickets. Christine, what do I have to do to enter?
All you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel and send us a picture that you've actually subscribed.
Right.
And you stand a chance to win 2 courtside tickets.
Right. You stand a chance to win 2 courtside tickets. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Send us a photo on Instagram, and we're going to make it happen for you here at the BK Arena, the best arena in Africa. In about 20 seconds here, we're going to be going live for the second half of this game. We only have 2 quarters, 10 minutes each to determine who's going to be walking away with this Game 3 win here. A lot to lose for the Patriots. If they lose Game 3, then in the rest of the 4 games, Patriots only APR only has to win 1. But if they make it happen in this particular game, then that could be a momentum shifter. And if they can collect another game, then that's going to make it very interesting as we go into game 5. So let's see how these guys are going to respond. They've been able to thwart the offensive power of APR here in the first half and keep it very even and keep Craig Randall scoring low. He has 12 points so far. That's a low day. That's how you know how good this guy is. He has 12 points on a bad day in the first half. Naughty. And it's going to be Mohamedou Diane there being called for out extending his arm on that offensive ball there. It's going to be a turnover to the Patriots. That right there is Jetman Jeffrey Stubbs coming up. The matchup here is going to be Nori Habimana. I mean, space is the name of the game. Is just looking for space. Garbachinka at the post almost loses it. And it's going to be Garbachinka who gets it back there. And Mohamedou Diane picks it up, passes it to Nore. Nore to Tiafale. Nore back. And it's going to be Nore looking for space from Jeffrey. Spinning. Gets it to the baseline to Robbins William. Robbins William. Hey, Garbachinka just blocking. Not every. That paint on the defensive side just belongs to Garbachinka. And the Garbachinka slams it on top of Tiafale Leonard Jr. What a play there by the Patriots to extend their lead. Garbachinka joining Cuba Kizera on the double-digit Mafia. He's got 10 now. 48-45 is the score. Tiafale Jr. long ball from 3, just finding his range. This man, Tiafale Leonard Jr. making a mark. Joining Craig Randall. He's got 10 now.
So Tiafale was the first scorer in the first half, and now he's the first scorer in the second half as well. And I mean, he is such an interesting player to watch in the sense that, yes, he can play defensively, but he can also be quite an interesting offensive player as well.
That's absolutely right. And I mean, him finding his range makes him dangerous from all sides of the court because we've known him as an attacking player. And that right there is Tiafale Leonard Jr. showing us what we've known him for. I mean, this entire time that he's been here in the RBL. But now he's finding his range from the 3, which is making him a triple threat because now he can defend, he can attack the paint, but he can also now very easily make 3 balls. Wow. Jeffrey Stubbs mid-range jumper, and it's money by Jeffrey Stubbs on the mid-range there, finding that 50-point mark, 50-50 the score here now. Jeffrey Stubbs walking into that 9 points, and it's going to be Bruno Oshima here giving space to Demario Franklin to come back into the court. He's yet to make a mark on the game.
So APR seem to be trying to put pressure on Patriots, right? You'll see what we're talking about in the first half where Noel Obadiah, normally when he had the ball, they wouldn't be putting too much pressure. They definitely weren't double teaming him in the beginning of the series. But now you have everybody being double teamed, right? They're taking every single player as a threat, and rightfully so, right? In the first half, Patriots bench contributed more points than APR's bench, which I don't think we've ever really expected that from the Patriots.
That's right, and I mean, if you look at now the score line, 51-50, it's showing what the offensive solutions Patriots have been able to find here as Tiafale Leonard steals the ball there from Jeffrey Stubbs. Nori Habimana getting the ball down the middle to Mohamedou. Mohamedou ball back to Craig. Craig 3 ball off the mark there from Craig. And it's going to be a foul there called on Demario Franklin. That's going to be Craig who's going to the line for a chance for 3 points.
So first personal foul for Demario Franklin, first team foul for APR. We are 2 minutes and 34 seconds into this quarter. APR already have 2 team fouls. But I mean, again, you know, I don't think we're going to get into foul trouble, but maybe I'm saying this too early. We still have another 7 minutes to go. But, you know, both teams are definitely playing quite aggressively, and we could see a situation where they get into foul trouble because of how much they are fighting for every possession, right?
Absolutely right. And now it's even Steven with Craig Randall there, unable to convert from the free throw line. Very unlike him, this man, Craig Randall, unable to convert there from the free throw line. Only made the first, making it a 51-51 game here. With 7 minutes on the clock, Hubert Sarge stepping back from William Robbins there, the team captain for APR. Obadiah Noel gets the ball to Hubert Sarge. Hubert Sarge fakes it, steps back. Again, looking for Obadiah Noel. And it's going to be a step out there by Obadiah. And a switch in possession here to APR. 7 minutes only on the clock on the third. I mean, it's been a very low-scoring game so far. I mean, the teams both being very pragmatic in terms of how they're approaching this. I mean, it goes to show how well they've gotten to know each other within this first 2 games. Now being able to defend each other quite well. Hubert Sarge locking down Craig Randall quite relatively. And that right there is Ronaldo Habimana, who goes up and gets the two at the rim.
I wouldn't actually say this has been a low-scoring game. I think they're scoring pretty typically to how they normally like to play, which is travel violation called on Garbachenko. We normally talk about this, right? Like APR will average a minimum of 20-something points per quarter, and that's literally what they've done in this game so far. Quarter one, they had 21 points. They got 24. In the second quarter, they're currently leading with 6 points, if I'm not mistaken. And Patriots have done a really good job in matching that point scoring. In that first quarter they did 20, second they outscored APR by a few points, which is why they led in the second half. But it's not low scoring. It's just that they're all working really hard for every point that they're getting, and none of them seem to be necessarily getting into their preferred rhythm.
Right. And you can see that's a technical foul here on number 10, Garbachenko. Wasn't too happy with the refs not calling it on the opposite side of the court. And now it's going to be a Patriots basketball possession with them now trailing by 3 based off of all those free throws that they've given away. Actually, it's an APR basketball possession. That right there is Hubert Sarge on Craig Randall. Craig looking for space from Hubert and turns it over to Demaria Franklin. Demaria going up, and it's a slam there. Cleaning it up there for Garbachenko, cleaning it up, but it was already in there for Demaria Franklin, making a mark now in this game on that transition ball and making it a 1-point game here. Demaria Franklin checking into the scoring in style. Craig Randall, baseline. And that's a block. Oh, whoa. It's a block there on Nori Habimana. Hubert Sarge. Ball to Garbachenko. Garbachenko turning it. Going up. Ball with Tiafale. Ball with William Robbins at the base. And William Robbins twinkles the twine there on the offensive side. 12 now is what he's got. He's just been contributing from that 3-point line. That's now his 4th 3-point in this game. Demaria Franklin coming down the middle. Jumper in, and Demaria Franklin is so dangerous from that right-hand side. You let him go to his right hand, and he's got you. And that's going to be 55-57 here. Demaria Franklin being backed up there by Tiafale Jr. Tiafale unable to get it go.
I really might have spoken a bit too early. That's Patriots' 3rd team foul and Demaria's 2nd personal foul. We've spoken about this a lot, right? Both in the regular season, in the playoffs, and even in previous seasons. Demaria Franklin has to be very, very careful when it comes to his temperament, right? When he's in a mood, it's fantastic. You can see he made 2 very interesting shots just within the last couple of minutes. But, he has to maintain composure. Otherwise, he'll give away too many free throws that will cost the team in this crucial time.
That's absolutely right. And it's Demaria Franklin here holding the ball, crossing up. Tiafale Jr. Ball back to Garbachenko, who lobs it back in. And it's going to be Nori Habimana. Substitution on the court here on the APR side in terms of the big man. It's Mohamed Utiane who's checking out here and giving space to Osborne Chima, who's just now coming in. Craig Randall here inbounding the ball. Gets it to William Robbins. Space between here, Hubert Sarge, the matchup here, and Craig Randall. Back. Craig Randall gets it from that mid-range spot. Just able to score and make it 61-55 here now. Hubert Sarge attacking. And it's Hubert Sarge there trying to drive, but unable to get it. Behind the back by Tiafale Leonard Jr. And it's going to be a timeout here on the floor for Patriots. 63-55, the biggest lead that the game has had so far. with an 8-point lead. TFL and Junior just slamming it with authority there on the offensive side, making it double-digit points. He's got now 16 on the game. I mean, he's been super special in terms of trying to contribute for this team. I mean, 16. He's tied for the highest now with that man, Craig Randall.
He is, and I mean, TFL and a junior, what a player. Really, what a player. I mean, that chemistry between him and Nore, him and Craig, him and Mohamedou, it's fascinating. When Randall is not the top scorer or not having his best game, Tiafale definitely creates options, and that's where you see him trying to take a lot more threes. If Craig is not finding the space, you can trust that Tiafale is going to try and force himself to find the space. That markup between him and Hubert Saj Cruzeiro was really interesting. He stole the ball from him and really didn't give Saj any space to take the shot. And now Patriots are trailing by 8.
That's absolutely right, and I mean, if you see the momentum shift here, APR now starting to get into control of this game with an 8-point difference. 8-point difference is a lot in some of these playoffs because that gives the opposite team a lot of a buffer to make a lot of mistakes with you still trailing. Making it a tighter game makes it a very difficult game all the way to the end. But now we have only 4 minutes and 29 seconds on the clock with APR now starting to take control of this game with some authority. 8 points on the board. Stubbs Jeffrey here at the top. Crosses. TFL upper comes in. Gives the ball to Damario. Damario to the baseline to Irakoze Odal. Irakoze Odal spins. Craig Randall here being picked up by Irakoze Odal. A switch up after that substitution on Hubert Saj. Steps back. Goes for the 3 ball. And it's off the mark there for Craig Randall the second. And a nice shot from the perimeter by Robbins Williams. Now at 15 points. I mean, this is the thing about having a lot of shooters in a team. Every day, there's a shooter who's going to have, is going to pick up that mojo. And that right there is Garbachenko goes up and then making it 57-66. But as I was saying, if you look at teams where they have a lot of shooters, today, Axel might not just have the game of his life. And today, Osborne might not be shooting as well. But you have Robbins, you have maybe Witonze Justin who comes in, and then maybe you have Robbins Williams, maybe you have Axel who gets to shoot, TFL Leonard Jr. who shoots pretty well as well today. And it's going to be a foul there on TFL Leonard Jr. as he goes up there. 2 shot for TFL on the line.
No, you're absolutely right, Chacha, and I think Robbins is having a fantastic game. All of his points have been from the 3-point line, and James May, he's good at paying attention to which of his players are hot and keeping them on the floor. I think Robbins has been getting more minutes in this game than he has on average in the last couple of games, and that just shows, May is very aware of which of his players are being efficient, how does he utilize them, how does he maximize it, and especially when they're on runs like this. Patriots is about to get into foul trouble. They currently have 4 team fouls. There's still 3 minutes to go. This quarter has definitely been APR dominating Patriots in a way that, Patriots are going to really need to step up if they're going to have a chance at winning this game, because right now, not only are they trailing 57-66, they haven't scored as much in this quarter.
Right, and TFL and Junior, they're making it 57-67 now with a 10-point difference. I mean, just tough. Goga, ball back to Stubbs. Stubbs stepping back, going for the mid-range jumper there. Unable to get it to go there on the offensive side with only 2 minutes and 54 just to go. 10-point difference is what William Robbins and those daggers have done, the damage that they've done at this particular quarter. And that's Nori Habimana getting the 3 ball alone. And Tiafale just slamming it in and absolutely giving a lot of entertainment here. For the APR fans, just absolutely riling up here at the BK Arena, 69-57. I mean, you can see how, quickly this game has gotten out of hand. And it's going to be Ngoga there who gets that 2 ball to land. Fouled on Nori Habimana. And it's going to be 59 now with Ngoga going to the line. A chance to make it 60.
What a switch of events, man. What a switch of events. TFI Leonard Jr., even though right now we normally talk about, well, you keep referring to them as the Crash Bros. Individually, he is also known as the showman, right? Like, he really does always give the fans a show, whether that's the opening dunk that he does in every game or attempts to try in a game. He'll give you the points, but he'll also give you a show while giving you those points.
Absolutely right. And that right there is Goga being efficient from the free throw line. And it's going to be a substitution on the court here. Goga coming out and Garbachenko coming back in. 60 now to 69 is the score. I mean, a big 9-point difference here between these two teams, as we only have 2 minutes left in this particular third period of the game. We have only one more quarter to decide the winner of game 3. And TFL Leonard Jr. going there. Foul on Kamelindi. As TFL, who is a very good free throw shooter, by the way, goes to the line for 2.
If he misses those shots, that's on you, Chacha.
I mean, I just calling. They do the playing. I'm just a commentator. I have no influence on the game. And right there is TFL Leonard Jr. going to the line. Let's see how he performs, and he does very well, scoring that first one, making it 60 to 70 now. Can he get the second, make this 71? Yes, he can. Makes this 60 to 71. And there are the separation between Kamelindi and Adonis. That's a warning there on Adonis by the ref. Demario Fenton stepping in and out, driving it, going up. And Garbachenko cleans it up on the offensive side, getting that 2-ball to land, and he's going to be going to the line for a chance for one more. I mean, that previous play there was Adonis just pushing Kamelindi as he was going to inbound the ball, and the ref having a word there with Adonis on sportsmanship on the court. Garbachenko there on the line. Can he get that free throw to go? Yes, he can. Making it now 63 to 71, the score. 1 minute and 56 seconds on the clock with TFL Leonard Jr. skipping the ball here to Craig Randall. Craig Randall being marked very tightly there by Demaria, just not getting any space whatsoever. And it's going to be a travel violation by Craig Randall there on the offensive side with his pivot foot moving. Craig Randall there having a word with Osborne.
You can see that the tensions are rising, right? I mean, even though APR is leading by 8 points, both teams are currently in foul trouble. They have 1 minute and 48 seconds to go in this quarter. It's not set, even though APR definitely have a better cushion than they've had in this entire game so far.
That's right. And it's going to be Jeffrey Stubbs here coming down the middle. Getting the ball to Garba, who dunks on Mohamedou Diagne. Oh, what a dunk there. I mean, Garbachenko just does not respect the Patriots defense, the Patriots big man whatsoever. I mean, it's almost like he doesn't care that they're even in the D. That's TFL Leonard Jr. there looking for space from Kamelindi. Goes up and gets fouled. That's going to be Bruno Shema coming in here to the game. Substitution on the court for Kamelindi Olivier. Bruno Shema coming in. 65 to 71 now is the score as TFL Leonard Jr. goes to the line for a chance for 2 points.
Garbachenko now has 17 points off the 65 that Patriots have on the scoreboard. TFL just made his first throw, bringing that gap up to 7 points now. But what a game. Honestly, I think every coach definitely needs to look into how to contain Garbachenko moving forward, because in this series, in the season,
I mean, he's shown his prowess. This guy has just been phenomenal. Jeffrey Stubbs there. Mid-range shot. Doesn't get it. Nori Habimana, long ball to Craig. And it's going to be APR basketball possession there. Substitution on the court here for Nori Habimana as Sally checks in. It's going to be Craig Randall there, just not happy with the call there by the refs. Only 1 minute on the clock with 7 points difference here now. Patriots trying to keep it close, even as APR got that run there to put it a 10-point difference. TFL Leonard Jr. Long ball that lands soft inside the rim. And that's going to be a foul there on Demario Franklin. I mean, we're trying to figure out here what the refs are calling. On the offensive side, it's going to be Demario Franklin who goes to the line for a chance for 2 points. 52 seconds on the clock with a 10-point difference in this game, a very, very big difference.
So APR, it's really fascinating to look at the way that they get their points, right? So they're currently sitting at 75 points. Every quarter, they've been scoring more than the previous quarter, with this quarter being their top quarter thus far. They've scored 27 points in this quarter alone. And this is what we keep saying, right? Regardless of how bad or well they play, they will always get a minimum of 20-something points in each quarter,
yeah.
Right? And Patriots, you have to know that at the back of your head, regardless of how tough the game is, you have to match that minimum 20 points per quarter. And currently they're on 19 points, while APR have 30.
That's right, and it's going to be quick passes in succession on APR as Ozzy gets the ball from the three-point line and gets it to go, making it again a 10-point lead here for APR basketball. Nice dish pass there to Garbachinka. Garbachinka loses the ball to APR basketball. Long pass there to Craig. Craig looking for Adonis, long ball, but just cannot find him. There's going to be 20 seconds on the clock with a 10-point difference here as we walk into the fourth. I mean, a lot of talking points in this third here. Just seeing the difference between how the Patriots played in the first half of the game and how they played in this third period of the game. It's just not been the same.
You're right, Sacha, and I think it really has to do with the efficiency, right? When you look at when they're going hard, APR really make sure that they take advantage of all of their runs, and that gives them quite a big advantage when it comes to moments like this where both teams are in foul trouble. Of course, we only have 5 seconds to go in this quarter, but we have 5 seconds with a 10-point gap in the favor of APR. That's a gap that Patriots are going to struggle to make a comeback from because, again, APR will score a minimum of 20-something points in the fourth quarter as well.
That right there is Craig Randall just closing up the third with a 2-point shot there, making it now a 12-point lead here for APR basketball. I mean, wow. I mean, what a series it's been here for APR. They've just been able to survive these teams. I mean, every time that they're not doing well, they keep it close. But once they start doing well, that gap just absolutely shows. And, I mean, they've just been able to find solutions for that Patriots defense in the third. They've been able to find solutions for how to score. And this man, TFL Leonard, being a big contributor to that, now has 25 points. Craig Randall has 18 points in this game. Wow. I mean, a show is what we've received here from APR this first 3 games of the series, and I think it's going to be a good talking point coming into next season of what teams are going to do to try and find also some offensive power, because it's clear that APR might not be the best defensive team, but offensively, there's nothing you can do.
But yeah, I mean, there's an argument to be made, and maybe I'm the one who keeps saying this, but offense can be a form of defense, right? At the end of the day, even if they are not going to make as many points in the paint because Garbachinka is there to protect the rim and, really be on the glass. They make a difference from the 3 points, right? It's been one of the biggest differentiators between these two teams is, one, the offensive power and the lineup, the number of players that Coach James May can bring onto the floor and will make an impact is massive, right? Like, you can only prepare for so many options and still be efficient. Every time you've decided you're going to double team Randall, TFL Leonard could also be making those threes. You have Robbins, you have Mpoyo, you have Adonis, who's been having a great finals thus far. So, adaptability is the name of the game. Coach James has more in his arsenal than Coach Sonny does. And I think at the end of the day, regardless of how Coach Sonny has been a fantastic coach, like, I have no complaints in terms of how he's done the most with what he has access to. But he needs more. right?
Absolutely.
If he had the same caliber, the same bench, even though he's played more of his bench than APR has today, and they've done their best, but is their best going to be enough?
Absolutely right. And I mean, we walk into the fourth quarter here with only 10 minutes on the clock to determine who the winner of this game is going to be. I mean, scoring from all over the place by Patriots basketball, which has been a really good, showing here for Patriots. But the APR offense just really showing their prowess here. And it's going to be a foul there on Adonis Fowler.
Five seconds in.
Right. Garbachinka at the top of the key. Looking for Demaria. Demaria coming down the middle and gets the lay-in to go. Demaria starting to find his confidence here on the offensive side. Now he's got 9 points, really contributing to this game here, Demaria offensively. I mean, a lot of this playoff is going to be a lot of experience here for Demaria. And if he does make it to the playoffs next year, I think we're going to see a different Demaria Franklin with a touch of the foot there by Shema Didier with only 34 seconds burnt down in this fourth period of the game. A 10-point difference now as it stands.
You're right, Chacha. I mean, if Demaria can really lock in this game, he would be such a huge differentiator for this Patriots team, who have managed to keep the gap from not getting too large without him being, the biggest scorer or, putting as many points as he could on the scoreboard.
That's correct. And it's going to be Garbachinka here at the top of the key. Gets the long ball there to Demaria Franklin at the baseline. Demaria cannot get that three shot to go. And it's going to be a Patriots basketball possession there. I mean, Demaria has really, really, really struggled from the three-point line. I mean, as you said, I think that maybe might be his 10th three-point shot this series, and he's just not been able to get it going. Different from this man, Hubert Saj, who's just, and it's going to be a foul there on Hubert Saj, who goes to the line for a chance for 3 points.
That was his 10th three-point that did not land. But, in the same way, and maybe not at the same caliber, you'll notice that, when Randall's 3 points are not landing, he mixes it up, right? He'll either have more assists or drive a lot more and make sure that he gets into the scoreboard significantly, which is why he can't really have a bad game, even if he doesn't have the game that we would expect of him. And Demaria seems to be trying to figure out something like that as well, right? Of the 9 points that he's made, none of them have been 3 points, right?
Right.
But he's driving more, he's being more aggressive. He has speed, right? And that's a big differentiator. As much as APR might have a pretty good transition defense, he is a threat when he's locked in.
Absolutely right. And, Demaria Franklin, I mean, you can talk about the lack of experience here on why maybe this playoff showing might not be the greatest. But I think as this player continues to develop, I think we're going to see a reincarnation of that man, Craig Randall, here in the RBL. And that's Hubert Saj picking up Adonis Fowler. And it's Tiafala Leonard, and it's going to be... There's going to be a foul there on Tiafala Leonard as he goes up.
Garbachinka and Coach Sunny cannot be happy with that foul call. Not because it's the first team foul of Patriots in this quarter, but
because it's the fourth personal.
Is now the second player after Shema Osborne. I didn't realize Ozzy was in foul trouble as well.
Already, yeah. I think it's been the relentless attacking of Garbachinka trying to drive on Osborne that have got him into foul trouble, because Osborne has just not been able to get the ball from Garbachinka as Tiafala Leonard there sinks the first on the line.
But Coach Sunny is keeping Garbachinka in, and I mean that's a gamble, right? At the end of the day, Garbachinka is the top scorer currently of Patriots. You do not want him to foul out. You still have 8 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this quarter.
Hubert Saj gets the ball to Demaria Franklin. Demaria tries the dish pass there to Garba, but stolen by Craig on the defensive side. Long ball to Demaria there, but Tiafala Leonard Jr. steals it. Gets the long ball there to Axel. Axel gets the ball back to Adonis Fowler. Adonis. Adonis there falling, unfortunately. And it's going to be a technical foul there. There's going to be a technical foul on who?
Craig Randall.
On Craig Randall. I think he's having a word. He's having too many words with a lot of people on the court. Craig Randall just having a word with the ref, having a word with the players, having a word with, even the fans now are getting a word from Craig. This guy is something else. It is going to be the Demarius Franklin there, now contributing double digits on the scoreboard here, finding his rhythm offensively. 73-84. It's a current score with 11 points difference between these two teams.
So we're just a minute and 45 seconds into this quarter. APR have managed to get into 3 team fouls while Patriots are still on 1. It seems like APR have been told to be very aggressive in this quarter. Don't give Patriots any chance.
And it's going to be Garbachika there who goes up.
Charging foul.
That's going to be.
Is that a foul on Mohamedou? The big men are in trouble today. That
Right.
is Mohamedou's 3rd personal foul.
Right. There's been a lot of exchanges by the big man here. Demaria going up and cannot get. It's going to be a Patriots basketball possession on the offensive side. Wow, I mean, this game has just been a whirlwind of emotions. I mean, I can feel my own emotions going up and down in this game. Demarius Franklin there looking for space from Tiafala Leonard Jr. Jeffrey Stubbs looking for space from Adonis Filer. Driving it in, goes up, and the floater sticks for Jeffrey Stubbs, lands. And it's going to be 75 now to 84 with Jeffrey Stubbs going to the line for a chance for one more.
We're at the edge of our seats.
Right. I mean, this game is just is very highly emotional. I think everybody's involved emotionally in this game. 76 now to 84, making this an 8-point game now with 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Adonis Fowler there is the one with the ball on the offensive side. Going up and gets it to land there. Adonis Javon Fowler, 76 to 86 now with 7 minutes on the clock. And it's going to be a backcourt violation there by Hubert Sarge-Kazare on the offensive side. 76 to 86, the score. It's going to be a side ball here for APR. APR already in foul trouble. I mean, with only, 3 minutes and 49 seconds burnt. That's crazy.
It is, and it's not a good place for APR to be. We'll see if Patriots can maximize it. It seems like they're about to get into a bit of foul trouble too. Looks like. I hope that's not on Garbachinka.
That's on Garbachinka, and he's going to be fouled out here today, Garbachinka. Very early on here in the fourth. Adonis Jovan Fowler here going to the line for a chance for two.
Do you remember in game 2 when Reg realized that they're not going to have William Perry and Haruna, and Patriots had beat them terribly in game 1?
Right.
People were kind of anxious to see whether Reg would struggle in game 2 again, and yet it's almost like they realized, no one's coming to save us when we're going to step up.
Absolutely right.
Are we going to see something like that with Patriots now that Garbachenka, who was their top scorer in this game, is no longer going to be able to contribute, and they still have 7 minutes to go. They're trailing by 11.
Right, it's a terrible scoreline here for the Patriots with only 6 minutes on the clock. I mean, this game, the difference was made in the third. I mean, APR have not scored a lot in the fourth, but the difference was made in the third quarter here with Ngoga finding space there from Mohamedou Diane, just taking his time, being super patient on the offensive side. Ngoga just not under any pressure whatsoever. Ball with Mohamedou. Hubert Saj. And it's going to be a travel violation there by Patriots basketball, by Craig Randall on the offensive side there, turning over the ball. back to the Patriots, with the Patriots now trailing only by 9 points.
The defense on Randall has been so interesting today. There have been a couple of travel violations on him from him today, and those are the type of things that I don't expect Craig Randall to do, especially in a game like this.
That's absolutely right. And he's got 18 points already and is not having the best game. That shows you the prowess of this guy. And it's going to be a foul there on TFL Leonard Jr. on Goga, who goes to the line for a chance for 2 points. I mean, so many fouls here for APR, I mean, is what has happened. If you look at the difference, I mean, only Garbachinka has fouled out. Everybody else on the Patriots has 2 and 1, and most of them don't have any fouls. But on the APR side, I mean, a lot of their starters now have 2 fouls. Osborne Shima has 4 fouls now, with Goga going to the line. After that foul by TFL Leonard Jr., he's picking up his first.
Something I didn't realize is that Mohamed Diani hasn't actually scored in this game. He has 3 personal fouls, but no points that he's contributed to APR's 87 points.
That's right. And you can see here William Robbins is setting up to get into the game. I mean, he's just had a beautiful game so far. That right there's Goga converting it and making it now very, very slim. Not very slim, but, slim 7-point game with 6 minutes and 16 seconds on the clock. APR in foul trouble. Adonis Filer, Mohamedou Diane, the players at the top of the key here for APR. Robbins William has just checked in. Adonis Filer going for the mid-range jumper there, unable to get it. Damario Franklin picking it up on the defensive side there, going for the 3-ball. And that's going to be off the mark there by Damario Franklin with Robin Williams cleaning it up. Damario Franklin unable to get his range from the 3-ball. Craig looking for space from Jeffrey, driving it in, going up, and gets the nice bounce there off the rim. Craig Randall, long ball to Ubasaj Kizer there by Jeffrey Stubbs, unable to convert. Picking up is the speed of Adonis Jovan Fowler, able to convert. Adonis Fowler getting it to William Robbins. William Robbins launching it from deep. This guy has been ridiculous this game. He has 18 points, Christine. And you know what a fun fact is about those 18 points?
6 of 6.
They're all from 3.
What a response by Damario.
On the offensive side, Damario now, I mean, come on. Showing up with game 3. But anyway, he's shown up. Now he's got 12 points. Against Mohamedou. Ball to Adonis Fowler. Adonis Fowler from 3. And it's money by Adonis Fowler from the 3-ball. And the substitution on the court here for APR basketball. That's going to be Nori Habimana, who is about to check in with APR standing at 95. Patriots. Adonis Fowler stealing the ball there almost. That's going to be a common ball here for Patriots and APR. In 95-82 is the score here. I mean that dagger by William Robbins was so interesting. I mean, William Robbins has been really the center point of this game. I mean, it will be interesting to see how he's going to continue to fare in this game. The only person above him in terms of scoring now on his team is Craig Randall, who has 20. And that man, TFL Leonard, who almost has 30. He has 29. TFL Leonard. 40 yards, Craig Randall. 40 yards. I mean, it almost seems like Craig Randall is better at shooting from 40 yards than closer. Obadiah Noel gets fouled by Robbins William, who's going to go to the line for a chance for 2 points. I mean, wow. I mean, have you seen how quickly this lead went from 7 points to 16 points now?
And that's the thing, right? Trailing behind APR is always a nightmare for any team, right? APR will never make it easy for you to catch up to them or take the lead, right? So it's one of those where if you start out strong and you create that gap early on, you have a better chance than trying to fight your way back, because APR are a very tough team to trail behind.
Absolutely. Once they're in control, then they have room to make those mistakes in terms of missing the 3 balls. If it's a close game, then they're not going to take those chances. But right now, because it's a close game, they're just taking all the chances they can get. And that right there was Adonis Fowler getting it from 3. That right there was William Robbins just getting it from 3. And Adonis Fowler now joining the double-digit mafia on his team. He's got 11. Obadiah Noel at the free throw line again. Gets it to go. It's going to be 83 now to 98 the score.
Obadiah Noel. His 7 points are very interesting.
And that right there is going to be Goga, who gets it to go, and it counts for 2 points. It's going to be Goga, who now has 9 points in this game. I mean, contributing quite well for his team. Patriots now at 85, APR at 98. Craig Randall, 3-ball off the mark there, Craig. Adonis Fowler going up, looking for space, just cannot get it. I mean, how many attempts are those by APR? And it's going to be a step out by Mohamedou Diane. APR unable to convert on the offensive side there, but so many attempts by APR. A lot of fight here by the players to get the boards. Wow, almost five attempts, right?
I think that was 4 or 5 attempts.
Wow. Osborne Jima here checking in for Mohamedou Diane, who's just been inept in this game. I mean, he's not been able to get anything on the board. I mean, come on.
Well, he's gotten something. He's gotten 3 personal fouls on the board.
Mohamedou Diane struggling here in this game. Hubert Sarge Kazari looking for space from Tiafala Leonard. Obadiah Noel gets the ball there. And it's going to be Obadiah Noel who gets fouled by Tiafala Leonard Jr., picking up his second personal foul of the game. Again, Obadiah Noel going to the line for a chance for 2 points.
I mean, APR has been in foul trouble for the better part of the last couple of minutes, right? There's nothing they can do about that. But if they don't play aggressively, they do have a couple of fouls to give from a personal perspective, right? No one outside of Aussie is near like foul trouble. I guess you could argue that Robbins somehow got 3 personal fouls, so he's the only other person that they have to be a bit careful with. If they don't play as aggressively and they allow APR to get into rhythm, that's going to put them in a very awkward position. We have 3 minutes and 22 seconds to go on this in this quarter.
Right.
So either they stop that flow and they give away those free throws and say, they'd rather take a chance of the Patriots players going for the free throw and making 1 of 2, or even if they make 2 of 2, instead of actually having those plays work and then gain the confidence and potentially shift things in their favor.
Right, and there was Adonis Fowler running circles against Obadiah Noel there. Wow, Adonis Fowler just so good at being flexible and finding his space around defenders. I mean, and if you look at how Adonis Fowler dribbles the ball, he dribbles it so close to the ground that for a tall player defending him, you have to go like very low to get this ball from this man. So I mean, it becomes very difficult to defend Adonis Fowler here on the court. Kick out to Osborne Shima. Osborne looking for Craig. Kicks it out to Adonis Fowler. Adonis getting a screen there from, and it's going to be Osborne picking it up, getting it to Craig at the base, and it's going to be not counted there. I mean, that right there was clearly the shot clock clearly already went out when he shot the ball.
Seems like the referees are going to deliberate that last shot by Randall. 13-point difference. 2 minutes and 47 seconds to go. APR in foul trouble have been for the last couple of minutes. Doesn't seem to be slowing them down that much. Patriots are currently in 3 team fouls. What are their odds? What are their odds?
I mean, the refs there are gonna look at was the ball out of Craig Randall's hands? That's gonna be not counted there, and it's gonna be a Patriots basketball possession. I mean, there's some that you look at and you say, oh, that was close, but I think on that one it was clear that the shot clock went out right before Craig Randall shot that ball. So it's going to be only 2 minutes and 47 seconds here. 13 points is the difference here. I mean, this just, it's a big, big difference. And I don't know if Patriots are going to be able to find the solution here in this last 2 minutes of the game. Ball with Demario Franklin on Adonis Fowler. And Adonis Fowler fouls Demario Franklin. He's going to go to the line for a chance for 2 points. Adonis Fowler now with 3 fouls in the game. A lot of foul trouble here for APR players. 3 fouls for Adonis, 3 fouls for Robin, 3 fouls for 31.
Mohamedou
Diane, and 4 fouls for Osborne Shima. As Demario Franklin there makes it 86 to 98, a 12-point difference now. Again, Demario sinks it, makes it now an 11-point difference in the game.
You remember earlier when you were saying this is a low-scoring game?
Right. Well, I mean, look at what it's turned out to be at the end of the game. I mean, it's just been so wild how this has been so far. And this ball stolen there by Hubert Saj, attacking on the right side of the court, looking for space here. Crossing them both up, goes up, and gets fouled at the rim and goes to the line for a chance for 2 points.
You know, I have to say, for anyone who had looked at this Patriots roster at the beginning of the season, I don't think anyone could have dreamt up that this is the type of finals that we would have.
Right.
It's really amazing to see some of these players really bloom and take up space and go head to head with the likes of Randall. I mean, of course, Hubert Saj is not scoring as much as Randall, but he hasn't made it easy for Randall either. Even if you see that last play, right? He had 2 people on him and still found a way to go all the way to the basket, even if it didn't actually go in, and of course got the foul.
Right, and if you look at the scoreboard here now, it's an 11-point difference. I mean, and it's going to be a Patriots possession, right? A Patriots ball possession with only an 11-point difference in the game so far. I think it's going to be Hubert Saj-Kazura there who hasn't shot the ball and is going to be going to the line for a chance for 2 points to make it 89 if he can. And it's been a very interesting game to watch so far. You know, a lot of scoring by the backcourt here for APR. 29 for Tia Palana Jr., 23 for Craig Randall, 18 for William Robbins, 11 for Adonis Fowler. But, I mean, Christine, we've not seen anything from the APR big men today. Nothing.
That's true. Ozzy has 5 points. Mohamedou has none. Mohamedou's none is actually still... I'm still in shock. I think even on his worst days, he's gotten a couple of points on in every game. But, you know, you can see just how much he hasn't contributed. Ozzy, who's sitting at 4 personal fouls, is currently on the floor.
Right. And it's going to be Hubert Saj because they're going for his second chance. The free throw line makes it a 10-point game now with only 2 minutes on the clock. Hubert Saj now contributing double-digit points. He's got 14 on the board. He's been special tonight, and he's been special this entire playoff series here. Clicking it out to Adonis Fowler. Adonis Fowler fakes it. Adonis Fowler misses the dunk there as Demario Franklin picks it up and he gets fouled. It's going to be Demario for 2 at the line.
That ball movement by APR, though, it's one of the most dangerous aspects of them.
And that right there was Ozzy Shima fouling out of the game officially.
That was the gamble that Coach James May decided to take. Didn't pay off, though.
Absolutely right. And it's going to be Mohamedou Diane who comes back in to the court.
Very interesting game today. Both, well, 2 big men have fouled out first from each team. But Patriots have held on, even without Garbachenko being on the floor. In fact, they haven't just held on. In this quarter, they've actually outscored APR. The only reason that they're still trailing is because APR, like you mentioned, had a fantastic third quarter, and that's where they created that gap. APR seem to be struggling, even though they don't have a Garbachenko that's putting pressure on them.
Absolutely right. And you can imagine, I mean, you know, with Garbachenko off the court, that's going to be the coach's challenge there for APR. Looking to see there whether that was a foul on Demario Franklin by Osborne Shima. I mean, looking at it from an outsider's perspective, it looks like Demario Franklin was, you know, grabbed there by Osborne Shima as he was getting the ball. Yeah, that right there was a grab on Demario Franklin's hand. But let's see what the coaches are going to come up with only 10 minutes. What the refs are going to come up with. It's going to be 10 point difference. 1 minute and 47 seconds to go. And it's going to be a 2-shot at the line there for Demario Franklin at the line. It's going to be Osborne Chima checking out of the game here after fouling out. Demario Franklin going to the line. He's got a chance for 2 with only 1 minute and 47 seconds left on the clock. I mean, it doesn't look like there's a lot of hope for Patriots here as this game wraps up, just because of the magnitude of the points difference that were collected by APR in the third quarter. It's been a pretty even fourth here so far.
That's right, Chasha. But, you know, Sally, who's just come back in, even though normally we know him as an offensive player, has actually been doing pretty impressive defensive work, right? And so today, it's like he's switched roles. Normally, we're talking about the playmakers being playmakers and scorers, but here it's the offensive players also becoming quite defensive players. So I think Sally is there to add a bit of pressure, make sure that... Or just give Randall the ball.
Or just give Randall the ball and let him shoot from the logo or the parking lot or maybe even the kitchen. And this guy's going to get it. 26 now.
That's going to be Ngoga's second personal foul, and that puts Patriots in foul trouble.
Both teams now in foul trouble. Only 5 seconds before we get into the seconds here in this game. Adonis Fowler getting the ball to Nore. Nora going up and just cannot get it to go. It's going to be Huber Sachkazura coming in hot from the offensive side. And that's going to be a block there by TFL Leonard Jr. on Huber Sachkazura. Offensively, defensively there, TFL Leonard coming through. And TFL Leonard, I mean, a talking point here defensively. I mean, he was the guy who used to foul out very early in the game. But it seems like there's a change in TFL Leonard Jr.'s game here because he's just been able. And that right there is Axel Mpoyo. Leaving him open is a mistake there.
Today, though, I mean, they've left him up open, and he hasn't been making the threes, even though Noel has just made his layup.
Adonis Fowler there, choosing to run out the seconds here in respect to the Patriots. Adonis Fowler just making it a fair game here. I mean, a good call there by Adonis Fowler here at the end of the game. That right there was the end of the game 3. And ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the APR Lions as they're the winners of this game 3 here. Now, I mean, look, Christine, we're in the face of a sweep. We're right in the face of a sweep. And I think you know, I put my broom at the back seat of my car. I put not in the back seat, I put it in the boot. But now I'm going to take it out and I'm going to put it in the passenger seat because this is clearly looking like we're in the face of a sweep here. I'm going to hold it in my hand as I'm driving after game 4 if they get swept, if the Patriots are unable to come through with a win in game 4. 92-101 is the magnificent score here that APR have been able to put on the board. It's just been phenomenal scoring from all their players. 29 for TFL Leonard Jr., 26 for Craig Randall, 18 for Robbins Williams, 11 for that man Adonis Fowler. I mean, it's just been special pickings here by APR basketball. And that right there is that man Craig Randall signing jerseys, signing shirts. I mean, it's some sort of phenomenon, this guy. He's actually a phenomenon. And this right here is the team matchup, halftime stats between the Patriots and APR. APR now leading 3-0.
3-0. What a comfortable lead in this final series. They scored 101 points in this game, while Patriots managed to get 92 points. I think that's actually a higher score than their first 2 games, but you know, it's still not enough. Again, field goal averages not too bad. 45% for Patriots, 47 for APR. Very close to that 50%. And I think the 3 points, every game we talk about this, right? That 3-point power that APR has will always be the differentiator. They scored 47% of their 3 points while Patriots made 38. But rebounding, Garbachenka, even though he fouled out, definitely contributed to those 49 rebounds by Patriots, while APR were able to make 37. Continuing to outclass Patriots in terms of assists, APR had 21, while Patriots only had 15. The ball was stolen a lot.
By APR.
14 times by APR, while Patriots managed to do 5. Patriots did go to the free throw line more, made 20 out of their 30 free throws. while APR were more efficient, making 14 of their 24 free throws. And with that, game 3 has gone to APR.
Absolutely right. And I mean, this has just been, a phenomenon to watch. I mean, what a difference there was in game 1, and then making it a bit closer in game 2, and then here in the game 3, having a close first and second quarter, but then third quarter was the biggest difference ever, and then APR just absolutely closing it out in the fourth. I mean, this has been a special showing here by APR. And I mean, Christine, I think we're in the face of a sweep. We might just have to accept it and see what game 4 is going to bring here for us as we go forward. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here live on OSN. I mean, this is the only place where you can get all the RBL streams. That's going to be Cheetah Energy RBL playoffs. We're only left with one more game. If APR win, and if Patriots loses, then we still have some way to go.
If Patriots wins.
If Patriots wins, we still have some way to go. So let's see how that's going to go. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been me, the one and only Chacha Bokeh, with my beautiful co-host, Christine. And we're going to see you next time. Good night.
See you at the next one. Bye.
the arena lights shine, before the crowds fill the stands,
It begins with a dream. A kid who watches, a coach who believes.
a player who inspires,
Adoni playing with Adoni's to profiler.
A practice becomes a passion, a player becomes an inspiration, and a fan begins to dream. Rides can wait, meetings
can wait,
because moments like these
don't.
Woo!
Basketball isn't just played inside an arena. It lives on dusty courts, in crowded streets, in homes gathered around the screen. It's in every neighborhood, bringing strangers together, turning quiet moments into unforgettable ones. Every game, every story, every fan, across nations, only on Okapi.
Go baby.
Before the arena lights shine, before the crowds fill the stands,
It begins with a dream. A kid who watches, a coach who believes.
a player who inspires,
Adoni playing with Adoni's to profiler.
A practice becomes a passion, a player becomes an inspiration, and a fan begins to dream. Rides can wait, meetings
can wait,
because moments like these
don't.
Woo!
Basketball isn't just played inside an arena. It lives on dusty courts, in crowded streets, in homes gathered around the screen. It's in every neighborhood, bringing strangers together, turning quiet moments into unforgettable ones. Every game, every story, every fan, across nations, only on Okapi.